Despite over $260 million in outflows, Bitcoin still pumped 12%. Now imagine what's going to happen when Grayscale finishes selling off. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's Piano Matty B. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning tea. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets, where the sun's shining, where the winds blow. All the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni bringing the The FOMO index has jumped up to 78 from yesterday's 74. Bitcoin dominance is 51.9%. 24-hour volumes, 152 billion. The overall market cap, 2.55 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, the bleeding has finally stopped, hopefully. The streets are maliciously safe to economically stroll down with the fam. Yes, Bitcoin is up, but we talked about this, so it should have come as no surprise to anyone in this boutique community when Bitcoin price action, well, she had a little pump. What I'd like to see today, at a bare minimum, is for price action to get back up and into our channel of eternal monotony at 64.1. That's the bare minimum. My heartbreakingly optimistic outlook would be for Bitcoin to keep going and retest our channel of dissensions resistance up at 65.6. Unleash hell on the market and we can get right back up into that 69K region. Lord love a dog. She didn't do just that. After sticking our landing underneath the 200 moving average, the market waited with bated breath for Scotch on the Rocks booze breath Jerry Pow Pow to deliver his kabuki theater soliloquy on his version of the economy, and we seemed to like his performance, first pumping up to our channel of eternal monotony support, then acting as resistance. Had a momentary second thought from a quick rejection, but picked itself up and closed the candle at our channel of dissensions resistance level, right at 65.6, then unleashed hell, peaking out at 68.2 and has petered out too at time of production 67.2, putting us into the top half of our channel, just under the 50 moving average, and carving out a cute little bull flag whose price probability is in. Sing it with me now. You take the pull, you slide it all, the breakout point, and then we're all on 74K-ish, all-time highs. I'll take it. Now over on the ding-dong, you can see we've carved out a glorious bullish engulfing candle, which signals a reversal and an epic show of strength on the side of the bulls. Now it wouldn't surprise me to see a quick dipsy doodle down to the 38.2% fib at 66.1, just to dot all the Fibonacci I's and T's before we continue up and over our channel's resistance of 69K, which is also the 23.6% fib as well. The fibs are lining up on the ding-dong. And of course, we'll have to wait to see how today's candle closes before we can assess our bullish prowess. As long as we're still in this channel, we are susceptible to the pull of its support levels, first at the 38.2% fib at 66.1, then the 50% fib at 63.7, and of course support way down, 61.4. It's the humble opinion of this piano that a candle close below 69K may be a signal that the bears haven't left the scene. So let's keep our papers on that 69K level for the candle close today. It has been a rather lackluster week for the ETFs when compared to Grayscale's dumpage, but feels more like a breather, a calm before the storm, and eerie silence before a parabolic pump, the likes we've never seen. And when you look at that, my friends, the sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth, a day none of us are guaranteed, but we're lucky enough to have anyway. So get out there, knock them dead, and remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. And that's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee. Join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing it with me now. I run the banks of boom to spank, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, whoa, cha-cha-cha-ching. What I'd like to see in an alternate dimension, if we want to go there right off the bat, is how the scenario would have played out if we had the ETF inflows aping in with the amount of volume and money Bitcoin's never seen before, without the Grayscale dumpage. Now, where would that have taken price action? Like, I don't know. To me, it almost falls under the umbrella of exponential gains. It's like I don't fully understand where the price would have happened if it didn't come up against epic dumpage from Grayscale. But it's always, there's always a sober yin to the raging yang of any situation. And even this crazy bull market, Michael Saylor, this crazy bull market gets off to quite a bang, but it gets evened out with the Grayscale dumpage. It's too bad because it would have definitely kicked off one hell of a bull run. And I still think it has. A lot of people said yesterday's FOMC meeting with old Scotch on the Rocks booze breath Jerry Pow we may look back and think that was the start of the bull run. But I think definitely we'll look back and we'll say the ETFs starting to purchase were definitely the start of the bull run. But of course, we will only know once we kind of click back, once we get, in 12 months, Terry Crow, I want to hear Michael say raging yang. Well, got to get the voice up into the back, Terry Crow, and every bull run, Terry, there's a raging yang there's a sober yin to a raging yang in cyberspace, Terry Crow. So we won't be able to tell until we're way down the road. And at that point, we won't even really care. Here's the wild part about this whole scenario is that I'm already in the bear market, the next bear market, because there's a lot of things I learned about in this bear market. One was how much money you can really allot to see exponential gains in the bear market. It was an experiment that I did with speculating on some alts. And I mean, it's only just begun. My primary deployment of Gaish was into Bitcoin, but once my position was satisfactory for the bull run, I started doing some speculating. And I think next bull run, next bear market, I actually think because to the general population of noobs, once Bitcoin's over 100K, I think they'll just kind of forget about it until they do their due diligence and they realize, oh, I don't need to buy a full Bitcoin. I can, put $10,000 into a Bitcoin and it's still relatively the same. But I think we might see some more alt action in the next bear market, bull market. And will it take away from Bitcoin's upside? I don't think so, because I think we're moving on to a new chapter in Bitcoin's evolution. Once the institutions and the hedge funds come up and they start pumping this into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, it'll have a little stomach where the general population won't have anything to do with it. They'll just think it got away on them, and then it'll become like a Berkshire Hathaway, just this big monolithic, more sturdy, not so volatile asset that will make more sense as a store of value in a strange way, rather than a position you can get into and make exponential gains. Even though the exponential gains will be there every cycle, most people won't recognize it because it's at such a high price point. They'll think 500K, well, why put 10,000 into it when I could put 10,000 into some altcoin, right? So I do think next bear market will be a different looking bear market for you guys, for this boutique community, for you and I. I think we've been here long enough and we've seen and perhaps missed on occasion the opportunity to deploy more gauche into certain assets on the come up, in the bear market. And it was pretty fun. I have a buddy at the squash club, the pro. He basically spent the whole bear market buying NFTs on Solana and a lot of the Solana coins that guaranteed airdrops. And I swear to God, if the guy isn't going to retire on these airdrops he's being sent, it's quite fascinating. He showed me yesterday a $4,000 airdrop. Just value was $4,000. And this is something he held, mind you, for 2 years. So he bought it 2 years ago and he just held it. 2 years later, he gets a 10x on it. Not more than a 10x actually. And some of these airdrops he gets are absolutely free. Like he didn't even have to do anything. They're airdrops on airdrops. It's funny to watch. It's not my cup of tea. It's a different aspect of this environment that he's on it 24/7. Like he's texting me stuff all day long, like that you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. So it's good to have. I don't really follow up on most of it, but I have on some, and it's been pretty interesting. Jen Friesen, stage manager at the Jimmy. Jen, are you going to be there in person this weekend, or are you still anti-traveling Jen? Do you remember Uncle Traveling Matt? I think it was on Fraggle Rock. Uncle Traveling Matt, was it? Sneaky Beat Vaporizer says, kind of surprised NFTs are still a thing. Yeah, in my heart of hearts, I am too, Sneaky Pete. I feel like my disbelief in them is strewn upon my lack of knowledge too, perhaps. Maybe it keeps me in disbelief because I don't have, and sometimes I feel like I just might be aged out of the NFT concept because I wasn't a gamer, and now the relationship between gamers and NFTs in my books, how I'm putting this together, is that when people are so intensely involved in video games, in that ecosystem, it is real for them. So when they have, like, let's say an NFT of sorts, of a skin or a gun or something, to them it's as real as anything we've ever had. I don't know how old you are, Sneaky Pete, but we didn't have NFTs. we had real things. Like, that's why a lot of people say I should release the crypto album as an NFT. And I do like the idea of it if I knew more about NFTs. Now, if someone in our boutique community knows about music NFTs, then DM me and we should talk and see if that can be something that would make sense. Now, when I think of an NFT for an album, Sneaky Pete, I think of a vinyl because there are only so many made. Like, you only make certain runs of vinyls. And the last time I had a band called Leader House, and we made a run of vinyls, and we'd only did 500, and they were all numbered. And so, in a sense, they were, NFTs, but actually ones you could hold. So in my mind, because my knee-jerk reaction to anything is to go back to what I know, and it's like I'll probably make a run of vinyls as NFTs. But I would like to get with the program, and I think it would be interesting to go down that runway, if it were, of what an NFT can entail. What are the extra bonuses? When the bull run takes off, and this channel is delusionally bullish, and we're playing gigs in other cities, and Jen's doing the management on that side and getting us on time and blah 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 like that. It would be interesting to have an NFT of the album that gave people free tickets to the show, because it would be just probably members of this boutique community that would have bought the NFT of the album, and then they could bring it to the show, and it's free, and we do meetups and what have you. But now I'm just speculating on speculating. Squeaking Miggy Leader House, and it was called Leader House because it was the guitar player's name was Dustin Leader. And when we went to rehearse, we had two rehearsal places, one some dungeon in a building, and the other one was the Leader House. And then when it came to picking a name, we were like, God, what are we going to call this? Well, why don't we call it the Leader House? Okay, we just called it the Leader House. Dickie Twat will do a live with an NFT expert with the beginner's guide, and we can all learn together. Yeah, well, who is an NFT expert? I keep my ear to the ground when it comes to audio NFTs, whatever that is. But I haven't really seen a lot, and a lot of people that I've asked, on around the blockchain, I'll always ask new people that I'm just meeting, if they know anything about audio NFTs, and they all have the same kind of answer. Yes, with the caveat of no. Yes, they know about NFTs. No, they don't really know how the audio aspect of it works. So I don't know. We'll see. I think that may be the next. How video games and AI have their own lane in this emerging market. I think audio NFTs may get their own lane as well once people grasp the idea of it and how much money there can be made and secured. So I think what we're moving to is, in the music industry anyway, is this departure from the kind of the Slavic system where you got a record deal and they owned everything about you and you were as successful as they wanted to be. And I think we're moving to more of a, you own everything you have. It's on the blockchain forever. And you release straight to your fans, and they either like it or they don't, rather than, because now correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm severely outdated when it comes to the music industry, because I've never really been a big part of it. Although I've been a musician all my life. But I don't, besides like the big five, and in the big five, I'm only going to say Taylor Swift, because she's the only one that really gets the traction on certain feeds that I indulge in every now and then. But I don't get the feeling that there's bands out there being released, like, on January 1st, this new band from Austin, Texas is coming out of nowhere. I feel like those days are over, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe I just don't have my ear to the ground, and I know what the big thing's coming up, but I don't know. Do you guys hear or get told of new things coming down the pipe? Like, I mean, even I feel with the advent of iTunes or Apple Music, whatever it is, you you also become your own walled garden of interests. So when I was younger, I would make mix CDs for my. I'd get a new car with a stereo. I need a new mix CD, an MP3 of like, I don't know, 50 songs of my favorite. And I would put the same 50 songs on each CD, no matter what year it was. Maybe every 5 years I might add one new song, but they're all basically an old catalog. Now with Apple Music, basically that it exists within the our own intellectual iCloud, and nothing gets in, because you can play some of your things, and let's say it gets to the end and it keeps playing. Well, it just kind of sends in adjacent sounding music, which I like, because I get a lot of ideas for the piano bar sometimes when I'll put on like yacht rock, and then I'll just let it play, and it'll give certain songs that are like, that would be a pretty good one for the piano bar. And then I spend 4 hours trying to learn it, play it, have a horrible train wreck during the live piano bar, and never play it again. Holy smokes, we got a bullish little so-and-so here. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good. Let's turn this on. How you feeling today, bullish or bearish?
Bullish.
Bullish, eh? Well, you got the bullish hat on. Interesting. Nice one. So, Duke, how about we play some Loneliest Lamborghini? I'm working on that one today.
I own the loneliest Lamborghini in the world. I know my life will never be the same.
Nice. Perfect. Let's do last request of the evening.
This is the last request of the evening. Last song of the night. Last chance to get it all in before they turn off the lights. It's been a pleasure singing for you. What a lovely crowd you've been. This is the last request.
G over D.
Last request of the evening. Last song.
Nice. Nice job, buddy. Well, do we do some shout-outs? Misco.
Misco.
Ava Angel.
Ava Angel.
Squeaky McGee.
Squeaky McGee.
Stinky Pete Vaporizers.
Stinky Pete Vaporizers.
Dicky Tweddle.
Kettle.
Psilocybor.
Psilocybor.
Terry Crow.
Terry Crow.
Oh, look at Duke. You just got a super chat for honesty from Stinky Pete Vaporizers.
If you search for tenderness, it isn't hard to find. If you search for tenderness, it isn't hard to find. If you search for tenderness, it isn't hard to find. You can have the love you need to live. And if you search for truthfulness, you're just as well a blind. It always seems to be so hard to get. Honesty, it's such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Honesty is hardly ever heard. Mostly what I need from you. I could find a lover, I could find a friend, I could find security, I could find security.
B flat over
To
again.
the bitter end. Anyone could come for me with promises again. I don't know. I don't know.
Nice. Deceptive chord. Oh, yeah. There you go. You found yourself the B flat. Let's do it. Sing them out, my boy. Thank you for the super chat, Sneaky Pete.
We're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected elites. That's right, it's a long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. Around the banks and boom to Spain. Bitcoin, crypto, money,
Good job, buddy. Good job, buddy. Great singing. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for the shares and the likes. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's get bump this market.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too.
All right, Duke.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too. The best we can do is a sex tape. By now you know all the money is gone. But there's no need to fear. Even Kevin O'Leary said he'd give us his money again if he could. The best we can do is a sex tape, and we're safe until Biden is gone. We donated some cash that we stole from your ass, and now he loves us like Hunter loves hookers and crack. I said the best we can do is a sex tape, 'cause it's not like we're gonna confess. We hope you're okay with us banging away on a beanbag chair under our desk. Yo, Jim, where you at? Yo, Jeb, I said, where you at?
I took a minute now, I'm at the better end of all of it. The day I wanna quit will be a bit I wanna swallow, 'cause I'm in it when I said I wasn't really into audibles. I guess you gotta call them when you're ugly with the bottom, and it's stacking up against you with a pity, but they gotta give a nod to me. I'm running with the best, and they kinda make a profit off of everything you told me wasn't possible. So why would you continue with the narrative and not admit I'm something incredible? Look of a general, hit him with the end of a shovel. They wanna forget it, I put him on the ground, and I get up and open up the pit of my stomach to remind I am insane. I am insane. I am insane. I am insane.
One more time.
Took a minute now, I'm at the better end of all of it. The day I wanna quit will be a bit I wanna swallow, 'cause I'm in it when I said I wasn't really into audibles. I guess you gotta call them when you're ugly with the bottom, and it's stacking up against you with a pity, but they gotta give a nod to me. I'm running with the best, and they kinda make a profit off of everything you told me wasn't possible. So why would you continue with the narrative and not admit I'm something incredible? Look of a general, hit him with the end of a shovel. They wanna forget it, I put him on the ground, and I get up and open up the pit of my stomach to remind I am insane. I am insane.